Previously on Talk That Talk.
My thing for us, like Walter said, when I marched for PB under Prof Ed we had a bunch of Hobart classics. I think, but one thing that Prof Ed was like, hey bro, this is what we gonna play. He wasn't that type of band director. Like I think TSU, we had the first gym battle, I think in 07. They played, I think, Down Bottom and blew that hoe, and then he turned around and played D'Angelo Brown Sugar. I was like, Prof, what is we doing, bro? What is we doing? However, if you go back, Brown Sugar was good.
He said he hit it with a little Flight of the Bumblebee, dog. He said
like that, but that was him. Like real talk, like Walter laughing, but like nigga, we was up in there talking about. I'm talking about that.
The Sweat Box classics.
He talking about
straight usage.
We talking about boom. We was like, come on, my nigga, what we doing?
Brown Sugar, babe.
Yeah. But I mean, that song was outside the box. Now, me personally, I never heard nobody else play Brown Sugar. Now that was a bad timing, but shit, But that's that. But it's a whole. I think it's a whole bunch of stories. But I have to be honest here. When it comes to the swag, I hate to say it like this, but you prepare for something because everybody knows they're going to have about 50 songs. Like real talk. Like everybody knew that. Go ahead, big dog.
But Quan, in this day and age, I'll be short, Julie. Yeah, I'll be short. Yeah. In this day and age, and you can make this last if you want, having 50 songs at a game doesn't matter anymore. You will never play 50 songs at a SWAC game ever again. I know that's hard for SWAC fans to hear, but they were doing that in my tenure. At most, you'll get through 20 songs a game. And that's including all them daddies you play during the game when your football team score. You got to crank it. Everybody got those like neck and stuff like that. But you will never play 50 to 100 songs at a game. So you can have all that. I think what you're saying, Quan, is more so from a preparation standpoint. So if somebody throw a rock daddy at you, you can go in the Rolodex and say, "Oh, we got that. I don't want to miss a thing that Julian wrote that we did at the Dallas Cowboys game," or whatever that may be. So yeah, I see what you're saying, but at the end of the day, ain't nobody ever gonna play that many songs at a SWAC game anymore. Now SWAC fans gonna have to get used to that, bro.
Yeah, that was pre-09.
Yeah,
unless it's the boombox, they played a bunch of tunes, dog.
But they played them joints in the fifth. They didn't play them during the game.
Oh, you saying? I'm just thinking when I say I think game, I'm thinking the whole experience.
And they ain't playing 50 songs in the fifth. The Golden Corral closed at 9, so they ain't playing 50 songs.
Unless you want the greasy food at the end, you better.
Right. Hey, I hit that joint quick. All you PV people, I'm the one that came up with this because we got 5 songs, and then we go into that chicken. Let's go. Whoa, let's go.
All right, so but that's one of the things that I kind of wanted to kind of tap into as well, because Mario, you hit it on the head. You're talking about the full experience. To me, also includes the field show, and I think that what ends up happening a lot of times, if I go back to the old 90s and I go back to the 80s, field shows were filled with music of the time. They weren't going back for the most part 10 years prior and pulling out music for the field show. Whereas now, when we start looking at our field show music, most of our field show music is from the 80s and 90s. We can't pull out one of them rap daddies and march up and down the field and do a 2-step to them or whatever your drill, or whether it's linear or whether it's the floating drill or regardless. You can't do that. So my question is, do we still need to start looking for other genres of song selections? Because right now we're only talking about the stands. So
no, we're not. Maya made a point of that at the beginning. She was like, we always like where she characterized those songs was in the drill. Maya said that, but I don't think we're just talking about the stands. I think it becomes the stands because it seems that that's all bands care about today is the stands. And the reason being is what I've said on our show so many times. There's no creativity happening on the field at all. You already know the format you're going to see. You're going to get the drill song. You may get a ballad, or you may get, something for your twirlers if you have them. You're gonna hit the dancer's tune, and then you're gonna go to dance formation, hit the dance routine, and come off the field to something hopefully strong. That's the format. We already know what to expect. If a band like took the A&T route and actually trying to do something different, like I'm gonna keep doing it until I can't do it no more. What Gary is trying to do with them, drill wise, and what Dr. Ruff is trying to do with the band with changing the format. If more bands took that strategy, I think you would have to, like you said, Julian, go into the bag of different other charts because you'd be trying to do something different. If I was a Black college band director, I would say, okay, the Matrix is popular right now. So how can I incorporate the Matrix into
Absolutely.
a field show? Or any other movie, Spider-Man. I can do plenty of Spider-Man show, and I know I've done that.
But here's the funny thing, and I'm gonna let you go, Chief, in a minute. Here's the funny thing, Rick, and this is the one thing. This is why I love, and I got to put this out. This is why I love working with Rick at PV, because me and him are gonna think like that. We're gonna be like, all right, what's hot now that's not necessarily in the mainstream that everybody's looking at? What is the thing that we're looking at that we're like, man, this is dope, And then we'll kind of go off of that and gauge a field or gauge an arrangement off of that specifically. And that is what I'm talking about. Thinking outside of the box. I think that's 100%. That's dope. Like even right now, if there's a band director watching those two concepts right there, you could take that, the Matrix or the new Spider-Man daddy, and come up with something for that. I was randomly walking through the store yesterday and I was thinking about different concepts for trying to find a way to mix all the Marvel movies together to create a drill show. And I'm not even, somebody's university or high school head band director anymore. So if I can do it and I'm just at the middle school now, you definitely can do it. So that's just my thoughts. But anyway, Chief, go ahead. A matter of fact, Chief, final thought.
Yeah, I actually just